He was on the dance floor, you guys, like approaching the judges and coming towards us. And like, we thought it was a joke. He got body slammed down onto the floor and it was like really scary. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So a lot of you have been asking for Dancing with the Stars videos, and I aim to please. In today's video, I wanted to sit down and talk about some of the less celebrated moments from the show, but still some of obviously my most memorable. I guess you could call them maybe my most disappointing moments in all my 22 seasons of the show. Anyway, for the most part, these might not be the moments you'd think of, like coming in second place or getting a low score. For me, the most disappointing parts are always when actually the journey for my partner really feels like it just got cut short. But anyway, let's get into my top 5 most disappointing moments from Dancing with the Stars. Number 1, Christian de la Fuente. Samba week was coming up and he had to wear a sleeveless shirt. Samba is always like the hardest dance in general, just to teach your celebrity. And we kind of were lost in the shadow in general in the dance competition. Like I could tell like the votes, we barely would make it every single week. Like I just had that inkling that like, oh, this could be our week. Cut to, we were about a minute into our dance. And I remember I was wearing this like green dress, I believe, 2-piece. He had this sleeveless silk shirt. And all of a sudden we do this dip and I dropped to the floor. And I was like, I swear this could not have gotten any worse than it did. Like, no, already we were missing steps. Like, so it was like, oh, for sure we were going to get hammered by the judges. So never thought that this was going to happen to me, but it did. Christian, I heard it. His elbow, something snapped. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but basically he had torn a tendon on live television. I honestly, I thought we were out. So back then we had results shows. So we had Monday live show, Tuesday results show. And I remember our executive at the time, Conrad Green, came up to us and he goes, okay, so you're obviously out. And then Christian goes, well, am I? Cause like, and I was like, oh, wait, are you? And I was like, for sure. I was like, oh, we're done. And the good thing is that Christian broke his left arm, like the tendon broke his left arm. But for men, when you ballroom dance, you really only need your right arm. So actually, this was like quarterfinal, right before the semifinal. We got voted back in, obviously. Like people were waiting for him to bow out. All the rest of the couples were like, oh, we're good, we're saved. Christian and Cheryl are going home because he's injured. Little did they know, last minute we decided we're gonna just do this. Like he got the doctor's permission to continue on in the competition. We always had a bet from day one that if we ever made the final, he has to take me and my 5 friends to Chile to his hometown where he was from, fly first class hotels, everything, and everything paid for. And it was like so ridiculous, right? The bet, because like we knew he wasn't gonna make the final. But then, thank God for the tendon breaking, because we not only get voted back in, but we make it to the finals and he becomes just a better dancer because he's not worried about his other floppy arm all around, like just distracting people. He's able to control his right side, which is what the man needs to do in ballroom. Cut to, we're flying first class to Chile and we got first class everything. And he took one of our favorite producers on the show, Dan Martin, and we just made the final. We came in 3rd. I do believe that everything happens for a reason. So this is a prime example of everything happens for a reason. We go from like a negative, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what happened. Second season, that was a disappointing season for me, actually, that I still am not over. I know, I've got issues. Gilles Marini, you may know him from Sex and the City 1 or 2, the movie, I don't know. Either way, you may not even know him, you may just know his lower half. Gilles was an amazing partner. He was an amazing dancer, but the rehearsal part of it all was stressful because he actually was not a dancer, but he had the body of a dancer. So it was easy for me to manipulate his body movement. You always have like Nicole Scherzinger. You knew that she was going to win. She was not going to not win. She's so good. But that was when I fell in love with that dance. You've got people who are really great dancers, but then you've also got the most shocking moments of Dancing with the Stars. Sabrina Bryan, amazing dancer from the Cheetah Girls, got eliminated halfway through the competition with Mark Ballas. Like shocking moments. This was one of them. So here we are, left 2 final couples left, Mark Ballas and Sean Johnston, and it was us, right? Me and Gilles. And I remember the freestyle, I always say to everybody, it just makes it or breaks it. Cause like you can basically just erase anything you've done now with all like 25 dances that we've done. doesn't matter. And if your freestyle is mediocre, you are not going to win the competition. If your freestyle is something that's been done, you're not going to win. If your celebrity is not being featured and the professional is, you're just not going to win. Gilles Marini and I danced season 8. So that's already 6 seasons in. I don't think I made the final since back in season 3, right? But so the reason why I think I won the first 2 seasons is because, you know what? The freestyle round. No one has seen it, but nowadays we're going into season 29, you've seen everything. So it's really hard to reinvent the wheel here. But anyway, I do believe that that's what lost the competition for us. And then like with Shawn Johnson's journey, all she did was like improve, you know, and people don't want to really see you be a great dancer from the beginning. They want to see you struggle because it is a struggle. He was such a perfectionist, which I appreciated, but like no one wants to see that on television, especially when you're trying to compete against other celebs with no dance experience. So for me, another disappointment. I love this guy, Rob Kardashian, season 13. This guy, right, who really doesn't like living in the limelight, has conquered his fear of living in the limelight. And once Rob was able to like realize like, oh my God, I can dance, I can move. And once he beat his sister, Kim Kardashian, who also did Dancing with the Stars with Mark Ballas, the goal was to beat her. And guess what? We did, because she was eliminated the second week of Dancing with the Stars and we came in second place. Like we beat her by like, you know, you can't compare. And I just loved Rob's journey. And this is when he felt like the most confident about himself. He had a lot of fun. He made great friends, and he, like his journey of becoming a dancer was, I think for me, he's the definition of what Dancing with the Stars is all about. This is why I do it. I love when I can actually influence people and have them believe in themselves. And, you know, dancing is more than just learning how to dance, obviously, right? So that's that. Love you, Rob. Number 4, Ryan Lochte, season 23, after the Olympics. Ryan Lochte after the headlines. Okay, so this is fresh off the Olympics. Oh, Ryan, he's so sweet. What was really upsetting that season for me was after, so there's all this controversy in general, whatever, right? So I don't even remember what happened. It was just controversy surrounding us, being followed by paparazzi to rehearsals. There were protesters sitting in the audience during the premiere of that season with Ryan, right? So here we are, we're dancing a foxtrot for our first dance. As soon as we finished the dance, and he was so nervous, and I couldn't even imagine like being in the same situation as him and then having to face millions of people doing something you don't know how to do, already being made fun of for doing it, right? So he got through it. I was so happy for him. Cut to Carrie Ann's talking, and you see these 2 guys, or one guy, I don't even remember, but we're going to show you a clip here, but basically they are yelling, upset that Ryan is even doing the show. All I remember is Dave, our security, who has been around since the beginning, who takes care of all talent on Dancing with the Stars, charged this protester. He was on the dance floor, you guys, like approaching the judges and coming towards us. And like, we thought it was a joke. Tom was kind of trying to make light of it, but then got body slammed down onto the floor. And there was Dave just approaching him, like running, like literally sprinting. And I felt bad for Ryan, and Ryan was in tears. My publicist, Susan, who never cries, was in tears. So you know it's bad when Sue Madore cries. My last but not least, still hurt by this disappointment of my whole career on Dancing with the Stars, is season 27 with Juan Pablo, my amazing dance partner. And damn it, you guys, we didn't even make the final. Like, I can't even say anything else. Like, there are no words. Like, the fact that we didn't make the final, okay, people are still pissed off. Guess what, guys? I'm with you. I'm livid still. Like, I have never danced my ass off. Like, I don't think I ever had to challenge myself to come up with professional routines and teach it to him in a short amount of time. And not only do that, but to be able to like showcase it. And he danced like a professional. I swear to God, it was not the easiest, because like when you have a good partner, you also put the pressure on you to make it even better the next week. Like you have to continue the momentum. You know, it's not how you start, it's where you finish. And like we just delivered. We did this Argentine tango that honestly was some of the best work in my whole dancing career ever. And we got eliminated that night. I don't know what happened. I'm still pissed. All right, there you have it. My most disappointing Dancing with the Stars moments. Did any of them surprise you? Well, make sure you like this video and leave me a comment below about what your favorite Dancing with the Stars moments are. and if there's any other videos you'd want me to film about the show. I hope you guys will subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. Sending you all so much love and light. Bye bye.